Every day, we stand at countless crossroads, some mundane, others life-altering. The quality of our lives is ultimately determined by the quality of our decisions. Yet, few of us have ever been taught how to choose wisely. What follows is a framework that distills the essence of centuries of philosophical wisdom, decades of psychological research, and hard-won lessons from history's most effective decision-makers. Decision-making is both an art and a science. While we can never eliminate uncertainty entirely, we can develop a reliable process that stacks the odds in our favor. This isn't about finding perfect answers. It's about making thoughtful choices you can stand behind, regardless of how circumstances unfold. 1. Clarifying the core. What's the real decision? Most of us make a critical mistake before we even begin evaluating options. We fail to properly define the decision at hand. The first and most crucial step is to strip away all surface-level concerns and identify the core choice you're actually facing. Jeff Bezos' brilliant distinction between two types of decisions is invaluable here. Type 1 decisions are irreversible, like walking through a one-way door that locks behind you. These demand careful consideration. Type 2 decisions, on the other hand, are reversible, like passing through a two-way door that you can walk back through if needed. Most choices we agonize over are actually Type 2 decisions. Simply recognizing this can relieve tremendous pressure. So, ask yourself, if this goes wrong, how difficult would it be to change course? The answer determines how much energy the decision warrants. 2. Setting your guardrails. Defining non-negotiables. Before you even think about specific options, establish your non-negotiable boundaries. These are the moral, ethical, and practical lines you won't cross, no matter the potential benefits. For a career decision, your guardrails might include, it must align with my core values and beliefs. It must preserve adequate time for family and health. It must offer genuine opportunities for growth and development. Harvard research shows that people who define clear criteria before evaluating options make significantly better choices. This prevents the common trap of becoming emotionally attached to an option that ultimately violates your deeper principles. 3. Smart research, the Goldilocks approach. In our information-saturated age, the challenge isn't finding enough data. It's finding the right data without drowning in analysis. The 51% rule suggests acting when you're slightly more confident than a coin flip. You can usually reach this point after consulting one true expert in the relevant field, speaking with someone who's faced a similar decision, and engaging a devil's advocate to challenge your assumptions. Set a firm deadline for your research. Studies show that additional information beyond a certain point not only yields diminishing returns, but can actually decrease decision quality by creating analysis paralysis. 4. Zooming out, the time traveler's lens. Our brains are wired to overweight immediate consequences, but we can counter this natural bias by consciously adopting different time perspectives. Ask yourself, 10 days out, how will the emotional impact feel? 10 months out, what practical consequences will emerge? 10 years out, how will this affect my life's trajectory? This technique, validated by temporal psychology research, helps reveal whether you're reacting to temporary emotions or serving your enduring values. Many choices that seem urgent today won't matter in a decade, while small, consistent decisions often compound into life-changing results. 5. Listening to your body. The silent guide. Don't overlook your body's silent wisdom. Columbia University research confirms that our bodies often know before our conscious minds do. When evaluating options, pay close attention to your physical posture. Are you leaning forward or pulling back? Notice subtle physiological reactions, like goosebumps or a tightness in your stomach. Tune into your energy levels when imagining each scenario. These somatic markers represent your nervous system's integrated assessment of countless factors your conscious mind can't process. They're particularly valuable when choices appear equal on rational grounds. 6. The Stoic filter: virtue, agency, impact. Let's turn to the Stoics' three gates, a remarkably modern decision filter from ancient Stoic philosophy. Only proceed with choices that pass all three tests. Virtue: does this align with my core values? Agency: is this within my reasonable control? Impact: does this benefit both myself and others? Marcus Aurelius used this framework to steer Rome through crises. Modern neuroscience confirms that decisions violating our values create chronic stress, while aligned choices generate coherence in our nervous systems. 7. Embracing uncertainty: designing anti-fragile choices. Now, let's talk about designing for uncertainty. Nassim Taleb's revolutionary concept of anti-fragility teaches us to structure choices that may actually benefit from uncertainty. For every option, ask, what conditions would make me glad this failed? How can I limit potential damage while preserving upside? In practice, this might mean negotiating trial periods for new jobs or making investments where your maximum loss is capped, but potential gains are unlimited. The goal isn't to eliminate risk, but to structure it intelligently. 8. Locking it in: the science of commitment. Once you've made your decision, the science of commitment comes into play. Psychological research shows that specific rituals dramatically increase follow-through. Try writing down 3 compelling reasons for your choice. Vividly visualize successful implementation. Schedule concrete review points. These practices trigger dopamine release that enhances focus and helps you spot opportunities aligned with your new direction. They also create psychological closure, preventing destructive second-guessing. 9. Letting go: the art of release. Finally, embrace the art of release. All wise decision-makers eventually confront the same truth: no choice comes with guarantees. The final skill is releasing attachment to outcomes while maintaining commitment to action. Japanese Kyudo archery masters teach that the perfect release feels like the arrow leaving of its own accord. When you're paralyzed by indecision, remember, the only truly wrong choice is no choice. As psychologist William James observed, when you must choose and cannot, that in itself is a choice. Conclusion: mastering the craft of decision-making. In conclusion, decision-making is a craft. Like any valuable skill, wise choosing improves with deliberate practice. Start with low-stakes decisions to build confidence. Judge your results not by outcomes, which involve luck, but by your process, which you control. Over time, you'll develop what the ancient Greeks called phronesis, practical wisdom that combines knowledge, experience, and deep intuition. In our increasingly complex world, this may be the most valuable skill you can cultivate. Each thoughtful decision you make today becomes the foundation for a wiser choice tomorrow.